Welcome to Milkhouse News Alert. Guys, we have two big things that have happened in the news recently, and we'll start with the first one. Aliens back in the news. The other
Love it.
day, what's that?
You mean
I
Hollywood?
love it. It's like a happy birthday to me and Kyle. I love what's happening right by our
Where's
birthdays.
Will Smith when you need him?
Yeah, I'm so
Oh,
pumped.
he's coming around the corner.
Will,
And
we need
Absolutely.
you. And we need the same other guy who was with you in the spacecraft. I can't, John something. I can't think of his name. I know his name.
yeah, the president. Or are you
Uh,
thinking of Jeff Goldblum?
Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, well, I was
Yeah.
thinking about that. Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum. Yeah.
That's why I say John for. I don't know, but that was a great movie. I watched that so many times as a kid
Well, you're going to have to watch it again
in
Yeah,
real life.
get prepared.
in real
Baby.
life. So this all started with Barack Obama being on a
Mhm.
podcast a couple weeks ago. They were doing a speed round where the host, was asking him some questions, and he asked Obama if aliens were real. And I'll quote what Obama said here: "They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it? Area 51. There's no underground
Yeah.
facility
Room Lake.
unless there's an enormous conspiracy where they hid it from the president of the United States." And
Obviously, right?
I loved it. I love that clip so much.
Yeah.
so he
Loved it.
did backpedal because I think he did get in
Yeah.
some trouble.
Yeah.
So I'll read what Obama put on his X statement. He said, "I was trying to stick with the spirit of the speed round, but since it's gotten attention, let me clarify. Statistically, the universe is so vast that the odds are good there's life out there. But the distances between solar systems are so great that the chances we've been visited by aliens is low. And I saw no evidence during my presidency that extraterrestrials have made contact with us." Really?
Yeah.
Damage is done. You said it in a speed round.
He said it.
You said it
I
with your
think
heart.
he's trying to backpedal. I don't believe him.
Yeah, I don't either.
Well, if he ends up, we all know, I'm sure he's gonna get. I'm sure he's gonna get some
You
flack
know-
about this, but
I'm sure he
go ahead.
shaved his face every day, Kyle. Come on.
Yeah.
I think the reality is that Trump was going to say the opposite of whatever he did. So if he came out and straight up was like, "There's no aliens," Trump was going to be like, "Yeah, they are," which is what he's doing now. I don't think
Exactly.
there would have been a backfire. Like,
Okay,
good for
so
Trump. It's fun. I love it.
so we have all these Epstein files, which we have talked about a lot on here. And
Yeah.
he was asked on video the other day by a reporter about Obama's comment about aliens.
Mhm.
And he said he didn't believe it, but Obama might have said a whoopsie. He said too much that he wasn't allowed to. And then now he's made a formal statement on his True Social that they will be releasing government files that have to do with aliens, UFOs, and UAPs. I
Hmm.
mean, what a time to be alive.
Well,
Like, no joke. This is
Did you-
nuts.
Did you see the picture though that someone released making fun of it with the Epstein files? And it was just a picture of the sky, and there was like a redacted black
Yeah.
box, clearly where a spaceship would be. And
Yeah.
I loved it. Like we
Well,
all
what
know,
about
we all
the,
know this is ridiculous.
the footage they had for MH370, the Malaysian Airlines 370, that there's two different
The
there's two
orbs?
different videos, both of them from our military.
Yeah.
One was infrared, one was not infrared. They lined up 100%. There's no possible way they could have been doctored. And it was what these orbs are. It was about a 20, 30 second video, the airplane's flying. Next thing you know, one orb shows up, two orbs shows up, three orbs shows up. They start going around them, around the plane, and like definitely like in a sequence. And next thing you know, bloop, blip, it's out, it's gone. I mean, either they had AI then and they really fooled us, or that actually happened, which I do believe, because all those people that were on the plane, 20 some for one company, were semiconductor engineers, and that was basically for what they use in AI as semiconductors. All right, and they were on their way to China. So we're just basically saying, hey, we're not going to let you have this, right? And that was a big old flex because even the Chinese government sent our government like a satellite picture of this or a video or picture. It's basically showing, hey, we seen this, like we know what happened, and so we know. I mean, that would happen in 2014, 12 years later, and then we're getting ready to go to war with Iran, and all of a sudden, Obama's like, guys, aliens are here. They're showing up. Yeah, that's just well timed for me. I mean, 2 days, whatever. Whenever we're going to start going to Iran, and then Obama wants. I think it's all just a play. Because I mean, Obama and Trump are probably friends. They probably call each other on the daily. I mean, not saying like they're best friends or anything like that, but they know each other. They're in the same club, and we're just not privy to that information. Believe me, they all know. I mean, even when presidents are inaugurated, they're like they don't even become the same person within the 10 minutes that they get inaugurated and they get their briefing. Then they basically just give up. They just basically are told, oh, this is how it's going to be. So, but that's my opinion. Sorry, I could rant and rave forever, but I'll let someone else.
Chuck, what do you think about all this stuff?
It scares me to death, honestly. I think we're headed for the this alien. They're not giving us any information for our benefit. They've got a plan in place. We'll soften them up, let them know aliens are real. Then we'll take all this technology we've stolen and gained and all over the world. We show up in every country that has an alien spacecraft crash. We take everything. And they're orchestrating something behind the scenes. They got to keep the rabble rousers under control, and I think they're gonna do it once they let us know the aliens are real. They'll
we already
show
got to
up
think
with
about
the
elections.
fake aliens.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's bad news. I don't trust anybody in the government.
No, I think you're 100% correct. I don't see anything good coming out of this. I believe this is going to change our reality as we know it. I think Project Bluebeam, which we're all familiar with, is on the horizon. That would make perfect sense. I think it was the last episode we spoke about chemtrails and possible particles to create a giant illusion. And that's where they could probably execute something like Project Bluebeam, a fake alien invasion, but it's real at the same time.
Well, they can do the same thing with drones. The things they can do with drones as well.
You see those drone fireworks shows.
Yeah,
that's insane. Is that real?
Crazy.
That stuff they're having in China?
I don't know.
I've seen. I know what you're talking about. They do the big sky shows, basically.
Yeah.
I
would assume.
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
mean,
it's hard to tell.
China is like the biggest producer of drone, like in AI. Like the biggest user of semiconductors. Processors, whatever, video cards, video RAM, everything. Their supply, or I should say, their demand is huge. I mean, because the supply for even like getting video cards, getting RAM for your computer, it's just skyrocketed, man. I mean, I have a buddy who said that he paid like, I can't say, like 4 or 5 times as much what he would have paid a year or two ago, a couple years ago, for RAM, DDR4, DDR5. It's just, why do you think they want gold? Gold is what they use.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's non-corrosive, highly conductive. And they obviously, okay, why they get rid of the penny? Well, most of your old pennies are made of copper. Copper is a great conductor, so they're gonna. It's just, if you're not paying attention, like they're like, I don't believe in aliens. I mean, I believe in things that they were made to be called aliens. But I don't believe we can actually, no one's going to come here. We're not going to get invaded by anything.
Right. Exactly.
We're already invaded. They're already here.
We've been watched for millions of years.
Yeah, man. I mean, don't get me wrong.
They're here.
Billions of years, ain't no one here yet. Well, then they need a different Uber.
Yeah, they're not here to attack us. Yeah.
Yeah, they're here, and I think they're hybrids.
Yeah.
You hear that so many times.
A Minotaur, a Centaur, something like that. DNA splicing, right? Genome. Same thing with human. Like they're just doing it on a different. Okay, we're not going to take animals with beasts. We're going to create something that's totally different because they already have. I mean, that technology, all that knowledge is brought down with the 200 fallen angels.
They're products of the Nephilim at some point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's exactly what it is. It's just different from what they had back in those times because you're telling a different story. All those mythological gods were based on Nephilim.
Right. They're all real. Yeah.
They were real entities, but they weren't true gods. There's only one Most High God.
Right. Austin, what do you think about all this, man?
Well, I guess it's time to go play in the sand. We'll see what they do about Iran. I don't know. It could be a large, very expensive bluff, but it doesn't seem to be. With regards to the aliens, I think Obama had an oopsie and Trump's capitalizing on it, doing anything he can to stay off the list or redact as much as he can of
Or
himself.
get reelected in some way, or
Mhm.
someone Democrat-wise for elections. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, it's fine. But I'm happy that they're releasing information regardless if it's a ploy or a distraction. It's time it's out and time we can move forward with the technology.
Right, right. Who was the engineer that claimed he worked on reverse engineering?
Bob Lazar.
Yeah, Bob Lazar.
Yep.
I mean, they called him a
Element
liar for
115.
decades.
Yeah, he said element 115. They told him element 115 didn't exist, and I think they
CERN said
finally come out to the
otherwise.
fact that the element they actually discovered 20 some years later, element 115 does it. It just doesn't have that long of a lifespan. It's the way it turns into element 115. Apparently, something it just like it's. I don't think I can't remember. It's been a while since I
It's not
watched it.
easily found here
Yes.
on Earth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or duplicated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you
Right.
have to. I think it's like I would think it's more like a process than anything. When it comes to creating something, you have to know what you need, and it's like cooking good food. You got to know the right stuff.
You must be an alchemist.
Alchemist,
Right.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemy.
That is a good show, though.
Great
Yeah.
show. All right.
I wonder
Well,
if that actually has a rooted. Go ahead.
you know what, dude? Some of that show, it's a good mix of like chemistry and magic as well.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. You never know, maybe a true story.
Well, it's just got a good storyline.
It does.
Sacri-
I didn't know you were into anime, Kyle.
highly.
Whoa.
Not all.
Not all, not all of it that's ever been. No.
I'm not one of those. Oh, I love it. It's just fantastic because it's got anime. Not there.
What do you cosplay at?
Myself.
Hey, just checking. Just asking for a friend.
Yeah. I'll be that friend. I really thought he was going to say something else.
What do you think I was going to say?
Oh, I have no idea. That's not my realm at all.
Well, you
but-
just said you thought you were going to say something.
Look, I see. Yeah, I was expecting you to give some character. I would have no idea
Oh.
who it is, but I want to believe that's what you do with your time. Honestly.
Sailor Moon, Sailor
Yeah.
Kyle.
I'll be like, I'll just go as like a Warren or Zoro or something, from One Piece. That's my go-to. He's always lost, and so am I. So
All right.
Good.
So I'll bring up the second big piece in the news, the military presence surrounding Iran. And this is all part of the United States putting pressure on the nuclear deal with Iran. And we have a huge military presence there. I think the largest U.S. carrier, the USS Gerald R. Ford, is there, along with a ton of fighter jets, fuel tankers, cargo planes. I mean, the war drums are beating as we speak. And, some people think, oh, it's just a bluff, or, oh, they're just trying to pressure. It's like, well, that's a very expensive way to pressure a country into a nuclear deal. I mean, what do you guys think about this? To me, it's kind of scary because this could totally ignite a war with the Middle East. Now, it was the end of last year where we bombed their nuclear facility.
it
Right.
was. Yeah. It was like right before around Christmas time. Or
Yeah,
something
right
like
around
that.
Christmas. I thought it was beginning of December.
Yeah, I'm
But-
saying it was somewhere
Yeah.
on there.
So we've already done
Merry
something.
Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. But this is escalating quickly, and he gave them a time limit, and some think that it will be as early as Sunday we could take military action. So what do you guys think about all this?
I think it's stupid, and it's definitely. I mean, really, we've been lied to by Iran. They don't want to do what they don't want to do what the government says Iran wants to do. That's just their narrative that they're pushing. I mean, they were inside. You had Israel saying you had Mossad agents inside Iran a couple weeks ago when they had their riots and everything, which was actually orchestrated by Israel. So let's just be real. I think it's 100% bullcrap. It's it's not our interest. We're in the party. We're in the pockets of the people who really run the world, and it's in that area over there. It's not Saudi Arabia. It's not Iran. It's not your Arab countries that are the aggressors. It's definitely your non-Arab. So put two and two together. I just said it was Israel, and that's where I'm sticking a second now. I think that's who we're fighting for. Even Trump, he like as soon as he said we'll let BlackRock buy the Panama Canal last year, whenever they had that big old discrepancy in the Panama Canal, I knew he was bought because BlackRock owns 90% of everything as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm sorry to say, you can love Trump all you want. I even voted for the guy one time, but he is a shill. 100%. Don't care what
Yep.
anyone thinks.
He's
He's an
kissed the wall.
idiot.
He's
He's a
done.
narcissist, and he's cared about
Yes.
anything,
If they've
anyone
kissed the
but
wall,
himself.
it's
It's a
crystal
sign,
clear.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's facts.
I mean, I tell Trump to kiss my butt because I think he's stupid. And I hope he sees this. I hope that one day it happens. Because I think, just send people to war mindlessly over oil. And that's what it's over, is oil. 100%.
There's a lot of stuff we can focus on here at home. We don't
Yeah.
need to go over there.
No, we don't.
No, when we had war in Ukraine, Venezuela, we were fighting a war through Russia, proxy war through Ukraine, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Russia. I mean, they're like, oh, we're not at war with Russia. We're at war with Russia, guys. Come on. Ukraine ain't getting their money from Europe. Sorry, they're almost out of ammunition to even send. They have they're not even sending anything. They basically exhausted everything they have. Russia, on the other hand, has a big industrial complex, and they can make their factories are running. I mean, we may hit them with something, but they're not going to. I mean, Russia has the most natural resources of
Right.
any place in the world.
Right.
So that's why we want to take over Russia. This is about 100% power grab everywhere you go. And we don't have the resources, manpower. I mean, this is stupid in general. There's no reason to be fighting. It's dumb. It's annoying. I hate it. But you know what? I ain't gonna let it consume me because I already know that we're all gonna get out this world this one way. So
I agree, dude. Austin, what do you think about this, man?
The drums of war are definitely beating. I don't know what the long game plan is. I really don't care about Iran. What I do care about is China invading Taiwan, Russia escalating, India and Pakistan going to war, and kicking off the Third World War because we want to be a puppet to Israel.
Yeah.
And going back, Iran's been within the nuclear agreement. They had the investigators in. We keep wanting to tighten the noose around their neck. I don't know what they expect them to do, but hopefully it's a large, expensive bluff, but it's not looking that way.
Yeah, my biggest concern is the powers that be. It's just going to create a domino effect, which will in turn lead us into a third world war, is what we do not want. And yeah, it's all over the petrodollar. It's all about oil. We took everything from the oil from Venezuela. Now we're going after Iran, and it's interesting how you have the Epstein files, and now we have aliens involved. I mean, this is just nuts, all in the name of money.
Well, they knew after 2012, when we always said Project Looking Glass, that they were going to eventually lose control. This is them losing control. This is what it looks like when your people that were in power lose control. They start panicking. Now, the best time for Taiwan or China to fight Taiwan is whenever the U.S. is engaged with wars everywhere else, because you know what? They're going to go back and reclaim that. So as soon as we open war or anything else, that gives them the incentive to do everything else they want, because now we're acting like we're imperialistic. They're going to do the same thing, and they're going to be justified with it. When you act like an authoritarian, totalitarian, whatever force, you're going to meet a great resistance, and we already know that eventually good always prevails in the end, because evil never. Evil dies eventually. I mean, at the end, like, I'm not saying in the movies, obviously, always in the movies, we know that always happens, but eventually good will prevail. I mean, it's going to be, I think it's just obviously going towards a new world order. This is us trying to implement, there's going to be a new currency. That's why they're pushing crypto. I mean, you got Russia backing Iran, all right? You got China backing Iran. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't want to fight Russia or China. I mean, that's just stupid. I don't care who you are. You can be the biggest, ballsiest guy in the world, but that's just dumb. I'm not gonna send my son to fight in a war. Why? Why should I? That'd be stupid. I think it takes more strength to not fight than it takes to fight. I've been in a lot of fights in my life, and it took me more strength to not fight someone or fight someone else than it did to fight. It's easy to fight.
I paid enough taxes. I don't need to fight anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to fight the tax man.
Exactly. That's what they
Yeah.
don't want you thinking about or talking about. The money they're raping from our paycheck every week, every
Yep.
day, every hour.
Well, we don't even operate under constitutional law where we have maritime officials. I mean, let's just be real. If you get pulled over, you don't get indicted by a grand jury. You get indicted by a prosecutor or cop writes your thing and the prosecutor indicts and judges sentences. You should be always able to have a grand jury indictment, and that's just not how it works. We don't live under a constitutional law. We live under a maritime law, and I don't even think people realize that. But it is what it is.
We're just vessels for we're slaves, man. Basically.
Yep.
One time you actually stand up. I mean, you're like, oh, we're gonna threaten you with prison if you don't go fight a war. So be it. Put me in prison. Don't care.
Yeah. Hopefully
exactly.
it won't come to a draft.
Oh, it will. It's going to. If
Nobody
a
wants
war
to
comes
fight
out,
anymore.
it will. It will come to it. It's going to. I guarantee it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong by all means. But I don't see it not being a draft because there's not going to be anyone that has a brain and a solid head on their shoulders that's going to want to go and fight for people that don't care about them.
There's nothing to fight for. Nobody has any pride in America anymore because they realize it's a scam. Sorry, got to bleep that out.
It's like what am I thinking of? I can't remember.
It's not the 1920s or the 40s. World War I, World War II. We lost desire in Vietnam.
Yeah, if they put out the Uncle Sam propaganda, it's not gonna work. No, it's not gonna work. And I saw some statistic too that it was like a huge percentage, like maybe 70% of military age people that could be drafted couldn't even pass a PT test. So I mean, not only no one has the attitude to fight, I mean, they're not even capable.
They don't have the physical capacity.
No, they can't even pass a test. So, I mean, yeah, it's just.
And like I have nothing against the military or anything. Like I think the people that go there and like it's not your people in their low grade that are the bad ones. I mean, there might be some. Don't get me wrong.
Exactly.
Like, you're judged by your character. I'll put it this way: no matter who you are, you're judged by your character. But most people in your military, they're higher up, are in the Illuminati somewhere, and I don't care if you know that or don't know that or believe it. It's just true. Everyone that's been like, so many people, if you watch podcasts and things, like they'll say, yeah, the Illuminati is, the military is infested with the Illuminati. I mean, high all echelons. I mean, not so right there. I mean, sorry, but I don't want my commanding officer to be sitting there. Oh, thank you, Satan. I'm going to go sacrifice 500 people or whatever and send them down the thing. That's just not going to do it. I'd rather be in charge of say what I have and, do what I have to do and charge what in my life. No one else's. I don't want no one else in charge of me.
Would make a good soldier.
I could take orders, but I just, mindless orders.
I'm just messing with you.
No, you're fine. I get it. I like it too. I just say I could take orders, just not from someone I don't respect or don't.
They want meatheads, dude. Hoorah!
Yeah.
Let's go kill the bad guy. Who's the bad guy? Point me at him.
They killed JFK. They killed RFK. They killed Martin Luther King. They killed Malcolm X. They killed who was the other? Well, they killed Charlie Kirk too. Yeah, we got that one.
It's a long list, man.
I mean, anytime anyone speaks out against anything, I mean, look at the long line of the Clinton suicide.
Oh,
man, it's a rough family to be friends
I know a lot
with.
of people, and about 70 of them committed suicide. Man, I want to know you. You're terrible.
Yeah, and Obama's even with his chef drowning it in a lake.
Yeah.
Come on.
What is it like a? It was like 6 inches of water or something.
This guy, oh,
Well, then the one,
unbelievable.
yeah, the one guy who was on
He's
Clinton's
just clumsy.
found hung in a tree with a shotgun or something. You know, like
Yeah,
I don't know how you do that. That dude was very crafty.
yeah, they're suicided.
But yeah,
But-
the Iran.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was saying the Iran thing is just stupid. We shouldn't be there.
Yeah,
No.
hopefully this will de-escalate by the end of the weekend, but it's just a wait and see.
Well, they also have hypersonic missiles, and they were threatening to sink our aircraft carriers. And I don't know if you guys ever watch any podcasts, but they're basically, I can't remember the guy's name, but he was saying that like if they sink one of our aircraft carriers, there's a possibility that we will retaliate with nuclear force. So I mean,
Good God.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
so I mean that was that's pretty. I mean, they got hypersonic missiles, and we can't defend against those. I'm sorry to say, but those things are going like 13 times the speed of sound.
You say that, but we also invaded Venezuela with weapons nobody's ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's be real. Venezuela was, yeah. I also learned they probably learned a lot more from Venezuela, so that was a risky operation because there's a lot of things that people have seen that they were going to learn, and then they're that we don't know about.
I think they got way more than that. They're 30 years ahead of where we're
But
at.
Venezuela is also way behind. It's not like it's Iran. Iran's 4
But
times.
I mean, yeah, but I'm hearing the stuff that that those soldiers saw. You know what I mean? It's like they had a sound machine that made our heads feel like it's going to explode and blood coming out of our nose. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's just an
directional
introductory
sonic.
weapon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like bullets are a thing of the past. These are frequency weapons.
Right. Yeah.
I
they're
mean,
go- they're-
there's stuff we probably can't even
and that's what
fathom.
they're going to let us know about.
Yeah.
It's what I'm saying is there's so much out there that
The
they've got
direct energy
tricks upon
weapons would be the
tricks.
biggest one. Yeah. Like so many things. You're right, Chuck. There's a lot of things we don't know about, but some things we do know about.
We may bring in the aliens. Ding ding.
But the loss of life doesn't matter. You know what I mean? They don't care about that. Those are just peasants.
No, they fund abortion as much as they can, and then say, "Hey, pro-choice," and and all this other stuff, and they don't care. They just
Yeah, it's lucrative.
Same coin, different sides.
yeah.
All the stuff going on this weekend before we close. Do you recommend any movies people should watch? I think you said Independence Day for the alien.
Oh yeah. Independence Day. The Truman Show.
That's good.
Really open you up to how the world works. I mean, not gonna lie, and it's a lot
Yeah.
truer than you think.
So Independence Day and the Truman Show.
Yeah,
All
pretty
right.
much.
Any other comments?
Nope.
All right. See you guys next time. Peace out.
See you guys.
Bye.
Hey, man.